Took a while to bring our golden numbers to life, but you're worth every second, 'cause we got the fire to ignite. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, 'cause I can't get over what I'm doing with you. No, I wouldn't have it any other way tonight. No, no. We've fallen into feelings they don't know. Don't care if they never read the story we wrote. Oh, our love is holy, good as gold. Just one spark in our hearts turned into something beautiful. Just one spark in our hearts turned into something beautiful. Just one spark in our hearts turned into something beautiful. Past dreams, like a mystery across the highest mountains to climb. But we reached all the glory that waited on the other side. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, 'cause I can't get over what I'm doing with you. No, I wouldn't have it any other way tonight. No, no. We've fallen into feelings they don't know. Don't care if they never read the story we wrote. Oh, our love is holy, good as gold. Just one spark in our hearts turned into something beautiful. Just one spark in our hearts turned into something beautiful. Just one spark in our hearts turned into something beautiful. Just one spark in our hearts turned into something beautiful.
Pistons pumping, all 800 horses running. Oh, baby. 125 in the middle of the night, got my engine thundering. Dream machine, racing queen, I'll take you wherever you wanna go. Let's go to town, break the speed of sound. Tonight we all know crazy. Dream machine, racing queen, you make my heart beat, you make my heart beat. Dream machine, racing queen, you make my heart beat, you make my heart beat. Rebel on the highway. 65, got that V8 engine with a fuel injection. Drop the clutch, pedal to the floor, turn that giddy button to a lion's roar. Dream machine, racing queen, I'll take you wherever you wanna go. Let's go to town, break the speed of sound. Tonight, we own the road. Dream machine, racing queen, you make my heart beat. You make my heart beat. Dream machine, racing queen, you make my heart beat. You make my heart beat. Travel on the highway, reflection behind me. Dream machine, racing queen, you make my heart beat. You make my heart beat. Dream machine, racing queen, you make my heart beat. You make my heart beat. Dream machine, racing queen, you make my heart beat. You make my heart beat. Travel on the highway, reflection behind me. Dream machine, racing queen, you make my heart beat. You make my heart beat.
I got you and your vibes in my mind, I can't get them out, no matter how hard I try. I need you and your heart next to mine, yeah, I'm all about keeping it you and I. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions, your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric, can you feel it? You got the only touch that takes me high. It's electric, I'm up in my feelings. Got double vision 'cause of you tonight. It's electric.
Hey everyone, just want to welcome you all to my stream. Today it's Overcast VAR. Get a little bit of feedback. Give me 1 second. Where is this feedback coming from? Probably my Twitch. Yep, there it is. Much better. Sorry everyone. Hold on, I'm still getting it. Making me super sad. What is going on? Let me see. Let's see. But anyway, guys, welcome. Welcome. But anyway, we're going into our first game today. God, this feedback. I just and mess with my setup, and I'm having so many issues with this right now. Yeah. Yeah. Well, do we have it? I think we got it. We got it. So there is no feedback right now. All right, cool. Boo, 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 boo. All right. Let me give me a second. Give me a second, guys. I need to take it in, and we're gonna actually stream this up. I just hopped into this APA. It was pretty much it was a little bit early, but felt like I needed to hop into this since there was only one glitters game going on, and trying to have a little bit of fun. Sorry, oh man, it's been a rough week. I'll tell you that much. A rough one. Anybody who's not new to my stream knows that my setup's a little bit different than what it normally is. But so today it looks like we're going to be getting into a little bit of AV8 action. A lot of people, I don't think I recognize any of these people that are in this game right now, which is good. It's good. It's a good opportunity to really see some new play styles and maybe have a few critiques here or there, maybe help a few people out, make a few friends. That's what I'm trying to go for right now. Going for the Canyon entrance, we do have King Max 009. King Max 009's responsibility should be to basically get up here and secure this entrance and maybe even push in. Typically, this is a more defended position. You don't see push outs come out unless they're like real quick blitzes or pawns or even ticks can push out from here from time to time. But normally, this is more of the aggressive side right here. Going for basically his right-hand man, Be Smooth. Well, let's see how smooth you are, Be Smooth. Be Smooth going to be going for pretty much this whole area right here. Hopefully, we do know that his 3.2 mexes are going to be right here. Oh, you can tell already he's already setting stuff up. I like it. The Container, he's going to be going for what looks like a vehicle lab pretty quick. Going for a quick with 7.8 wind, yeah, I think it's a wise decision to at least get one or two solar plants up right away. Seoth Run's going for more of the wind, kind of a little bit more of a gamble, but it's a gamble that normally pays off on this map. He's going to be going vehicle plant. Vehicle plant's all right. I like vehicle plants in they're way better right here when you're at the entrance because the AOE and from artillery and all that just kind of decimates right here, and it really makes so you really don't have a lot you can do. You can't go for counter battery fire, so on and so forth. So his supporting player is G Groot or GG Root, and he's going to be basically supporting him and potentially him, depending on how aware he is going to be of the map. Air player is R007. Already starting his air plant. That's a pretty quick air plant. Normally players will start with a quick bot lab just to kind of get their mexes and pick up any metal that's laying around. Yellow is our red player. Yellow, the red player. He's going to be going for eco. So far, so good. Normally, eco players will go more of a safer start. So that will explain these two solar panels that he got right off the bat. And basically, the opposite side support is going to be I want to say Kleenex, but I can't. It's definitely not Kleenex, but I want to say Kleenex. So, fuck it, you're Kleenex, bro. Good old Kleenex. Going to be going for a pretty heavy. Ooh, that's a lot of power he's queuing up right away with a little bit of build power. That's a lot. That is a lot, and no storage yet. I would prefer if you're going to queue up stuff like that with some storage, especially with wind being pretty okay. It is dropping, though. All right, well, let's see. Has anybody moved out of the map? We do have some ticks in the front lines, along with a few blitzes. Does seem like we have a very first kill. Headshot. Followed out by our second kill. Right now, this is the point of the game where there's just a lot of poking and prodding. You're going to have blitzes and ticks running by here, there, and everywhere, trying to find an exploit weakness. This many blitzes can be a pain in the ass. It is pinged out. Hopefully, he can set up something. But there is potential for some damage to be done here by our what player is he? By our Cyan player. I did not yet introduce our blue team. This right here is the red team. It's always like going to be like the hotter colors. Let's see what's going on right here, and then we'll go introduce the blue players. Ooh, that was a devastating D-gun. Pretty much ended any potential aggression. All right, for our blue team going for Canyon Entrance, we do have P5 underscore. I don't know what he's trying to underscore, but definitely there's a P5. Caroline, Caruine. Well, you don't lean on that car. He is taking a little bit more of a defensive stance. He's not securing his 3.2 node, which is something I would really, really, really like to see from our players, making sure that they at least get their 3.2s. And right now, it's not looking like they're doing that on the blue team right now, except for maybe Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike's doing what he can. Let me make sure. Let me know if I don't have audio or anything, because this is a new setup for me. Lucky Strike 23. Yeah, he's pushing out, but there it is. Get that 3.2. Get your laser tower up. There you go. 3.2 and laser tower. Maybe he'll go for it. A little bit of lack of APM, in my opinion, from Yellow Billy. 6th grade is going to be his support. Basically, he's going for a very, very, very eco build. It's quite a lot. Hey, he's trying. He is going to be pumping out, hopefully, a lot of tier 2 in the near future. But we will see. We will see, that's for sure. All right, let's see what else we've got going on. We got our air player, Artanis. Artanis already got a few construction cons out. That's not too bad. There's nothing really. What is that, metal storage? You really think you're going to? Well, yeah. I would prefer energy storage, but he's spending pretty much everything pretty well. Maybe there's energy storage somewhere that I'm not seeing. Yep, there is right here. Kind of hidden. And I do like it. Getting storage is really good. It helps you, makes it so you can kind of bank up a little bit, and makes it easier for you to hit your tier progressions. Tier 2 shop opening up for our Cyan player. And looks like, yeah, he's ready to go. He's got a pretty good build. He's got a pretty good build so far. Only problem is, yeah, he was leaking a little bit of metal there for a sec. Let's go to see how much metal he's leaked so far. Jahan. Oh, let's see. Not a lot. Not a lot. Not a lot. All right, other support player is going to be Canned Possum. Canned Possum, the most delectable of the possums. It looks like he's pretty much got a pretty standard build, just pump those out. Pump those out. Now, I would prefer, this looks like this is a little bit later in his build. I would like this energy storage quicker. Normally, I would. He is going to be getting a lot of energy, especially when that wind picks up. But, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. All right, back to the front lines. Start with red team. I will end with red team. Especially since I think they're a little bit more of a – they're a little bit more of the – that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I think you've probably seen Dumber, brother. I think you've probably seen Dumber. I don't know what he did, but if the dumbest thing you ever seen is a bar, then you're having a good life. I don't like this amount of light laser turrets at the front. Maybe because you have no. Does he have radar? He does have radar. His detection isn't warranting. There's nothing to warrant that amount of laser towers. We do have a little bit of push coming from the blue team. It just looks like they're trying to poke and prod, knock down laser tower or two. It is quite the amount of laser towers, especially with like how. It is quite the amount of laser towers with how little units you've seen out on the field. Blue team producing a lot of lighter units. It looks like they're trying to go for more eco, which is not. You're kind of relying on your opponent being passive, which is working out for him right now. Because honestly, scouting and understanding your opponent is a good way to I like a run by is totally Paul player. That's no doubt about it. Our blue player trying to do a little bit more defensive. Like I like it. I like it because Rocketeers and all that, but you're not seeing anything to really. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's a bunch of solar collectors. Could be nice to hit. Our gold player has already he's done a good job securing this entrance. I do like the addition of Overwatch. This is definitely going to make sure either a massive push is going to it would take a massive push to come through here, which we're not seeing any chance of, honestly, or tier 2. And so you at least secure that position for the tier 2, allow your 3.2 just to kind of pump out more and more. And at the same time, it's just a stalemate so far, just a stalemate. So the issue I have with what's going on right now, and the games we normally cast with the players that we normally cast with, you'll see a lot of poke and prodding. You'll see much bigger armies, and but these are typically newer player games, especially on this map. I do like the addition of Dragon's Teeth, and we are starting to get a little bit of a numbers battle here between Lucky Strike and our pink and yellow player. See, this right here is going to be a problem because, oh wow, knock down the Overwatch this early. No build power to kind of repair it. Yeah, that's a mistake. That's a huge mistake. That should normally last you a good while. That's a big mistake. An Overwatch shouldn't be killed by one shell shocker. So that tells me a couple things. Like, well, like the Whistler out there just stood there, just stared at it and just spotted for it. So there wasn't enough. There was enough awareness of what was going on right there. And on top of it, you're not building. Why would you build an Overwatch but not have the? And you want a sneaky Pete, but the fact of the matter is, are we going to lose our commander? I don't think so. No, commander's still alive. Okay, so I'm not an expert. You're not going to see me playing with like Brightworks or Dongo or anybody too crazy. We did have Snoop on our last stream. That was kind of cool. It was really nice and really cool. But fact of the matter is, this right here has done way more damage than possibly should have. What you want to do is get yourself like a sneaky Pete, and then they're gonna have to force the hit the A button and then click and see if they could hit something. The truth of the matter is, this right here is a big mistake. It's just basically free metal for just metal gone. Red player doing his best to make sure everybody got tier 2. I like that call. I like it when people do stuff like that. I don't know how many times on front line I'm trying my best, and you just don't have the opportunity to get tier 2 unless you get like a massive metal influx. So a common answer to a lot of these artillery issues is going to be a gauntlet, and I do like the positioning of this Overwatch right here. It looks like it can kind of hit a little bit further out. Ooh, that's just free metal. Oh, don't de-gun it, bro. We already lost commander over here. Yellow's commander went down a while ago. Hold on. Yellow. Am I tripping? There's only 2 players that could be. It probably was rezzed. Do we have a Halo? We do not. Whose commander is this? It's got to be their commander. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. Why is it yellow? No. Hold on. I'm tripping. No. Cyan's player. It's got to be Cyan's player. It's got to be Cyan's. It is what it is. Red team is on top of it right now. This is something you don't really see at about 12 minutes in for most games. I do like that he's on top of it as far as that goes. Now, the thing about anti-nukes is like yes, I think this placement of the first one is really good. Could be a little bit better, a little further up, honestly, but this is a very standard placement for anti-mix. And the main reason being is you're covering the most important players. You always need your air player. You always you really need your air player, your eco, and getting the support is just getting support in some of the front line is just it's icing on the cake. But normally what people go for when they nuke is they want to hit either the air player or the eco player. And the reason being is there's only so many ways you could really win the game, like mid to late game, and one of them is like a really epic bombing run, or the eco player just like busting out some serious tier 3 units and just rolling you. I do like the placement of all this. I do think it's a little excessive because it is a little bit out of all of his build power. In fact, he has almost no build power, just at his advanced lab. Normally you can space it out, so your build power can help you build pretty much all this stuff. But he's starting to get more build power, but still, you want to build within build power range, or space out your build power so you have more effective area to build on. Pretty much, looks like Pink is taking some hits, starting to. Is that Pink stuff? Yeah, it looks like Pink stuff. Well, the good news is there's possibly a run by that I just missed, and looks like Pink took a little bit of. Oh no, Pink's run back. So Pink just tried to run by. I don't think there was any. Ooh, there's a good amount of damage done. So this is where you want to see shurikens and stuff like that. Do we have shurikens? We sure do. But this right here is basically metal. Now, whatever damage was done, the issue I have with this is whatever damage was done is going to be made up for the fact that you just left. Oh, let's find out. 1.25K, 400, really not that much. Oh, blue player is eating up a lot. Yeah, there's a good amount. Blue player is going to be able to eat up a lot of that. In fact, I think they're rezzing. Yep, they're rezzing their commander right now. Oh, I don't think they're going to get it. We do have Mausers out in the field. This will push you back. This will push back these stouts. Yeah. He does want to get his commander back. Commander's 300 build power. 300 build power is about the most in the game. And so it is very important to have that build power on the front line, especially if you're, of course, if you're a front line player. But, it is very nice to make sure he's back. And honestly, kind of, that commander going down can be a big win. Can be a big win for a team. 2.65K metal right here. Is he rezzing all this? How's he on metal? Oh yeah, he can. He can easily res all this. So he made a calculated decision to res all this because he's looking at his metal and he's looking at his energy and he's saying, yeah, if I just get it, it's just gonna overflow. And right now he is basically turned their army into his army, which is, I like it. I like it. Not a whole lot going on. We do have a little bit of push. 5.96K. I'm missing all the good stuff. I'm missing all the good action. Don't see a whole lot really going on at the moment, just other than a little bit of shelling back and forth on this line right here. We do have bulls or mouse. Oh, wait. Yeah, a bull. Bulls are able to run over those, and pretty much those light laser towers can't do anything. But those Mausers are going to – I like the inclusion of Mausers in the canyon because that damage is not limited to just the tank. It's an AoE effect, and you can see how tight those canyons really are. Man. He's just sending bulls in. He's not going to be able to do this the whole game. We do have radar bots. I do like the inclusion of radar bots. They have, not only is a radar really handy, they have really good range. Their range is almost as far as their line of sight is almost as far as the range of the radar. So visual confirmation in this game is, so let's think of it as there are two tiers of being able to fire. and hit your, because obviously you're seeing projectiles right here. These projectiles land, some of them land, miss, some of them hit. Now, when you have, if you can't see them, obviously you can't hit them. And so radar makes so you are at least able to shoot at them. And some may hit, some may not. But without that, I mean, but if you get line of sight, you actually will go up. This bull going after another kill. Maybe a little bit of a misclick. Yeah. Maybe I was able to bait him in a little bit. I do like, because these Mausers, the AoE on them are so nice. If they decide to hit, yeah. Yeah, it's, you're just like, as nice as it is to push in, I genuinely think that this amount of metal in here is not good to leave. 8.3k, yeah, absolutely. So let's pretend like he gets a Janus. And basically he takes out radar, all his anti-radar, yada 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 yada. His gauntlet's not gonna be able to fire, which gauntlet, you know, whatever. We do have massive push coming out from our red team. Blue player looking, he's trying to secure his canyon. Oh, another Janus going off right there. This right here, I think, yeah, pink needs to retreat. Yeah, get behind them, maybe get some flanking damage, especially since you got those Bowsers right there. But these are stouts. They're not the best in the world, but they will be able to do some damage. And it's actually could turn into massive damage if those yep. Ooh, did take out a few stouts on accident. We have some good ships in there. They're not going to be able to do too much, especially against bulls. These stouts running by is where the main issue is going to happen. We do have some fiends out in the field. Ugh. One fiend's not going to do it. Yeah, but there's going to be plenty showing up to kind of back them up. At least you're going to get some scouting off. We do know there is an Aphis up for our air player. There's an air. They don't know about the Aphis up for their blue player though, for their cyan player. So we are starting to get into the point where Aphises are starting to go up for pretty much all of our backline players. Ken Possum trying his absolute best to get his up. Looks like it just started. Got 7%. Nice. The tick spam is just pushing in. It's starting to become annoying for these players. Ooh, hounds. Now hounds are great. They're pretty much all utility. They're just pretty much almost, you gotta build them. They're cheap enough to where like you're not going to be interrupting anything too crazy at the beginning. Starlights are where it's going to hurt though. Ooh. Problem is, you're having energy issues, my boy. Are you? Yes. Our yellow player. He is having a bit of energy issues. Starlights, that's a downside of getting Starlights. You got to make sure you absolutely have that energy for it. Because missing a few shots is a big deal. But it looks like he's, ouch. Yeah. But still, he's still firing at a decent rate. There is a push coming through the canyon. Looks like there's a hound push. Ooh, Juno's in the canyon. Ouchies, but they are tier 1. They should be able to handle it, especially against these stouts. Yeah, they're just throwing everything they can at it. Ooh, this is no bueno for, I don't know. Yep, there goes a ton of the metal production. Ooh, if you get rid of that, a couple more shots. Nope. Ouchies. Wasn't too big of ouchies, but it was ouchies. It was ouchies. Our player does now, because he did build these. There's definitely enough metal to come back, and they didn't get any of the metal production, so I don't see too much damage being done right there. Even though it does look like a ton of damage, the key is he's still alive. Holy cow, he has a ton of windmills. Jeez Louise. 6th grade. Got another push. Got a counter push coming out from our blue team. Just looks like a tier 1 grunt push. It's not going to do anything. All it is, it's just like tier 1 tick spam. All it is supposed to do is get vision and apply pressure. And so Starlights, you see how fast they shoot. Like obviously they'll one shot them, but you got so many. One shot doesn't do anything when you fire like 1 per every 15 seconds. Good use of a Juno by our blue player. Just making sure there's no vision as far as like radars go. Let's see. Sorry guys, I've been drinking a lot of Code Red lately. Oh man, I do like the addition of Jaguars, especially against tier 1 spam. Not a whole lot going on. It's the same thing we see every game. Line stall out. We're just waiting for a tier 3 push right now, which looks like we are about to start to get. 3 aphises is normally the sign for tier 3 push, and also when you see tier 3 out in the field, obviously that's a good indicator. It's an excellent indicator. Gino's going off for our red team. It does look like we are starting to get a little bit of a push. But, ooh, mammoths. I do like mammoths. They're one of my... I don't play Cortex much, but God, I want to play mammoths. They're slow, lumbering, and pack a hell of a punch, just like me. They have a ton of health. Mammoths are basically the Starlight of Cortex, except with way more health. Starlights pack a much heavier punch, though. That's for sure. See, the nice thing about this right now is, like, now our Starlights right here, like, how many? 15 kills? Like, they're going to start leveling up. So you get enough of those out, you're going to end up like this tier 1 spam can actually end up leveling up those, making them fire faster, hit harder, and have more health. So sounds like a good, right now it's being more helpful than not. 31 kills on this one. Jeez. We do have a shit ton of ping going off. Mausers are pushing through for our red player. I don't think it's enough to really do anything other than maybe take out this advanced vehicle plant. No, maybe that run by did more damage than I expected because, gosh, he's having a little bit of trouble. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of it. GG. But what do we have here? Blue is responding to this. I don't know if they have what they want to respond to this, but even though gunship, that is a good amount of gunships. Ooh, losing a Starlight like that is not what you want to do. He is backing up because it is an expensive piece of equipment, and leaving it in their back lines is not leaving the corpse in the back line is not something you absolutely 100% want to do. Not today, not ever, really. Blue team's starting to push through on the opposite canyon side. Is this going to be able to do some damage? It is. It is a lot of Sheldons, but Sheldons are not what I like. They're good, but they kind of fall off, especially against a mammoth. You know, mammoth in the canyon. Like the advantage of Sheldons is their range and their speed. So they're good at kiting. You can't kite in a canyon. Looks like a little bit of a fiend defensive line has been put up by our blue team in their side of the canyon. This is typically what normally happens. Like, you hold this out as long as you can. Like I said, this is the aggressor side as far as canyon. And you can see it. It's a perfect example of both games. Pushed in right here, pushed in right here. Normally lines get set up right about there. And you can see it right here. You're doing real well by this point in the game. Like, you still have like this mix going. Still a lot of tier 1 spam coming out from our Cyan player. The problem I'm having is his metal output right now. Like, you may think it's not like a big deal, but this right here, if he was able to shut this off, I think he would have a little bit better time with this Aphis. But who am I to judge? He does have a shit ton of build power, that's for sure. Well, on the other hand, our red player is still pumping out some tier 3. He has 4 Aphises right now. I would like to see one more Aphis for Razorbacks. Does he still have that? Yes, he does. He still has the Thor on the field. Just trying to find a good little opportunity to use them. Like I said, you don't want to waste Thors. Like, if you can avoid it, and because they're very expensive, you're going to do one of two things. You're going to basically hand over metal to another player, or you're going to put a very potent unit into the hands of your enemy, and it's basically free for them. That means nothing if it gets blown up on the other side. So what? You resurrected your own. You spent like now effectively 1 1/3 times the amount of money on your own unit, and on top of it, it probably did some damage to you at the same time. No, they don't. Oh, yeah, they do. Well, red player right now is doing what you should be pumping out tier 3, and if you can pump out air, why not, right? Just pump out some tier 1 fighter. I don't know why. I don't think he needs stealth fighters, but he is I think MG metal production might hinder his tier 3 production a little bit, but I'm not 100% sure. This is not a position I'm familiar with. Oh, I don't know. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm not so excited right now. It's been a while. It's hard to stream after we do have some Marauders plus our Rizback coming out, and a Thor. I like the mixture. Marauders do go down quite easily. That's the only issue I'm having. They are going against a ton of mammoths, and that many mammoths, yeah. Oh, dragons, mammoths, Thors, ouchies. That Thor went down real quick, and it barely took anything with it, honestly. You can, yes. This is true. This is true. And that would be quite a devastating maneuver, I would think. See, that's important scout. At least somebody was able to recognize something like that right now. Now, let's see if they go off of that information. Let's see anything too crazy going on here. Looks like we are starting to go. Whoa. That might be a lot. Those are advanced converters, I believe. Those are Cortex advanced converters, I believe. Just a lot of stuff going on right now. It's like a lot's going on, but nothing's going on at the same time. You know what I mean? It is a bit of a hectic situation we got going on here. I do want to play a game today. Maybe I'll cut the stream a little early, and we can start and I could maybe stream a game or two later today. I think that would be fun. Looks like your camera was unplugged. Oh, my camera was unplugged. Oh, no. Hold on. I'll plug it back in. What the heck?